Hi, it's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Welcome to one of two simultaneous streams. I don't know what's going on with my live stream setup. I have no idea. I'll look into it after this. I will try to fix it. But welcome to ULA launching their mighty Delta IV Heavy rocket. Hopefully, this went from like the month of all of the launches to like Scrubcember. I don't know. I'll work on that one a little bit. But of course, at the beginning of all these, I want to give you a rundown on what is happening tonight. So we're going to go to everydayastronaut.com/pre-launch previews. And look at this. Here is a preview of what we're about to watch. Again, hopefully. So this is, of course, a Delta IV Heavy scheduled to take off in about 30 minutes, 31 minutes or so. So that's December 20th today. It's taking off. We'll get to that. This is the NROL-71, which is a secret satellite that we literally don't know almost anything about. These are launches for the National Reconnaissance Office, and they spy on stuff, I guess. They look at things from space. That's about all we know. So we'll keep going through this here. This is being launched by United Launch Alliance, which of course is a joint venture between Boeing and Lockheed Martin. This, again, the customer here is the United States' National Reconnaissance Office. This is, of course, Delta IV Heavy, which is 3 Delta IVs basically strapped together in that classic heavy configuration, kind of like a Falcon Heavy, of course. The launch location, Space Launch Complex 6, SLC-6 at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. This is one of my favorite places. It's gorgeous. It was at one point going to launch space shuttles. They were planning, the space shuttle ended up only ever launching out of the East Coast, out of Florida. But they actually built this at one point, not only to launch the space shuttle, but before that it would have launched potentially a Gemini capsule from there too, for a project called Mole. So this is a really cool historic launch pad. It's looks like it's off the set of a James Bond film or something. It's super, super cool. The payload mass is unknown. The satellite is unknown. We don't really know where it's going. Of course, they do not recover the boosters of the Delta IV Heavy. The first stage will not be landing. There will be no fairing attempts. They don't recover those or the second stage. This altogether is the 11th launch of a Delta IV Heavy, the 38th flight of a Delta IV, so the whole family of Delta IVs. The 9th mission for United Launch Alliance in 2018, 132nd mission overall for the United Launch Alliance since forming December 2006. So dang, they're at it. So of course then we have this beautiful little graphic done by Jeff Barrett. And if you ever remember, I'm trying to train you. I still get the same questions every single day and every single thing on Twitter and here on YouTube about when is this, when is that, here, there, the other place. And just to let you know, like, you can always go to everydayastronaut.com/pre-launch previews or click on the pre-launch previews button, and you can learn everything you need to know at one simple, easy glance. If you can read, you can read. You can learn everything that you need to know. So, So how is everybody? Again, a friendly reminder, I don't know what's going on and why on earth there's two streams. This is the second time in a row that I've had dual streams, so just consider it a bonus stream. If you're watching, there is one... ULA is live. All right, so we'll pull this up over here. They got 2 minutes before. We don't want to look at that stuff. We have other cool stuff to talk about, because guess what? We're getting really close to the Apollo 8th anniversary. So I have limited edition Apollo 8 shirts. Just like the Buran shirts, these are limited run. We are only doing these until December 31st. After that, it closes up, and then we do a full run. These are like a higher quality shirt. These are very limited edition. So these will ship mid-January. If you want this, head on over to shop.everydayastronaut.com before it is gone, before it sells out. Yeah, and then we're going to also keep an eye on here. Delta's relative. Okay, we know about that. Yep, we're at 27 minutes. No big deal. And of course, I wanted to mention, because I apparently people were telling me I'm bad at... If you need more space stuff and futurism stuff, and if you just want to hear me and two other people talking a lot, don't forget to subscribe to Our Ludicrous Future. This is... a podcast that I do with Joe Scott from Answers with Joe and Ben Solons from Teslanomics, where we talk about all things future, all things in the future. We talk about tomorrow like it's now. I don't know, all that stuff. So yeah, someone's asking in our Discord channel, no, this shirt is no longer in the store. I will get these back up in the store in a version 2.0. These used to be like print on demand, and the quality isn't that great. So I'm going to work on doing a mass run of these shirts. So yeah, boom, let's go ahead and pop this over, and meanwhile we'll do some of this. So Michael P, love the intro music. I look forward to it every time. Thank you, Michael. Of course, you guys know this, hopefully by now, that you can find my album anywhere. Spotify, iTunes, even here on YouTube there's a playlist. Just search Everyday Astronaut or Maximum Aerodynamic Pressure. Alex Tut, it's Scrubmas. It's Scrubmas season. It's Scrubvember. Wait, Scrubsember. I will never do that. Thanks, Alex. Morgan, have I considered contacting SpaceX about using your music in their streams during the Coast Phrase? It'd be a great way to get some publicity and also spice up their stream. Love your work. Well, thank you, Morgan. At this point, I don't know if SpaceX wants to step on Rocket Lab's toes. I'm not saying that Rocket Lab has an exclusivity or anything, but yeah, they have their own thing going. I think they would reach out to me if they want to use my music. But all right, yes, again, for some reason we're dual streaming tonight for no good reason, because I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and straight up ask my YouTube consultant what is going on. What changed? I had a bunch of problems. YouTube has been acting a little bit funny lately for a few different things, and one of those things is they had a big thing where they removed like hundreds of spam accounts, or like no, sorry, millions of spam accounts throughout everything. So some people's numbers dipped way down, which was interesting. I think I came out okay on that, but so yeah, let's see. Where is the latest info on BE4? That's a good question. So that's a good question because ULA, of course, is going to be using the BE4. If you haven't watched that video that I have about BE4, which is Blue Origin's engine, that's the other methane-powered engine that's going to be flying soon. Hopefully flying soon. Here we go, guys. We have some stuff. It's official. We have some stuff. We'll wait until this comes up. I'm going to make sure my volume's okay on my end. Then I'll pull this up here once they're ready. I feel like lately, guys, ULA's been up in their production game. That looks good. Here we go.
At Space Launch Complex 6, a Delta IV Heavy rocket is fueled and ready to launch the NROL-71 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office. Good evening and welcome to ULA's live launch broadcast. I'm Tyler Strickland, a trajectory engineer from ULA's mission design team. Currently, the team is trying to resolve an anomalous has-gas concentration reading. What that means is they are seeing a high level of hydrogen concentration around the base of the rocket.
Ooh.
Because of this issue, our T0 has moved to 5:49 p.m. Pacific. We'll conclude tonight's coverage following confirmation of payload fairing jettison, which occurs about 6 minutes after liftoff. A few minutes from now, the count will enter a planned 15-minute hold. This hold gives our team some additional time to resolve any issues that may come up prior to entering the terminal count. As I mentioned earlier, coverage will conclude following payload fairing jettison. While our team works through the final preps, let's take a look at a preview of some of the events we'll see.
We have ignition of the RS-68 engines. 2, 1.
So we watched this already recently, so I'm going to actually turn this down because it always gets flagged too for having music in it. But we've got a couple good questions here. Shane, are we allowed to use my music? Yes, as long as you're not using music. Oh, I should probably switch the screens when they're going. Whoops, I didn't mean for that to happen. You can feel free to use my music in videos that are like personal videos, but as soon as it gets into like a commercial venture, I've had some of the music obviously show up in like a couple different commercial things already. In that case, please contact me and we'll talk about licensing. But otherwise, if you're just a creator and you're looking for background music, you won't get flagged or anything. It's all out there. I just want people to hear it. Make sure you use, just use on-screen, put a thing that says like everyday song, everyday astronaut or whatever, or artist, everyday astronaut song, blah, 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 whatever. Please do that and also include a link in the description to either iTunes or Spotify or whatever. That would be great. I really appreciate that. And thanks, Shane. Tony Reedman, what happened to SpaceX scrubbing on their last flight? We don't really know. They had a sensor that was not very happy. Let's see. Are people having problems with volume or something? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think for now, we'll wait until obviously this video is over, then we'll check in back in and see if their volume's okay. But basically, SpaceX had some kind of malfunctioning sensor, an out of family reading, so potentially even just a sensor was bad or something. So we don't really know what's going on yet. Oh, here we go. Hopefully they give us some kind of update.
RCLC1. This is CRCN1. Okay, at step 940, conduct weather briefing on Channel 8 Weather Conference Net. Roger.
Hopefully we get to hear a little bit more about why there is a hydrogen leak or hydrogen being picked up. One of the things I like to point out is notice that the tanks are orange. They are insulated tanks. That's because this rocket is entirely cryogenic. So it uses hydrogen, liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, which are liquid hydrogen is even colder than liquid oxygen. And
21 minutes.
Okay. And you'll notice too that it uses basically an engine called the RS-68A on those core stages, all three of them. And it's similar to a space shuttle main engine, but way simplified because it's expendable. You know, and the space shuttle main engine is still like one of the absolute golden achievements of rocketry. It's a phenomenal engine, very efficient, very high thrust to weight ratio, and reusable. But obviously, since the space shuttle brought those engines back down every time, they were really expensive and made like super extra overbuilt. So at some point, then these kind of got stripped down into the RS-68A. And one of the things that you'll notice is that you can see the flame on this rocket. And a space shuttle's main engine, you can't really see a flame on the main engine of a space shuttle. It is basically clear. And that's because hydrogen, when it burns, ends up just being like...
T-minus 10 minutes.
And probably until the hold. Until the T-minus 4-minute holding thing. Yeah. By the way, ULA does these like planned holds where they do checks and things. And then there's only like a 4-minute automated countdown. So at this point, they kind of have like almost like a soft clock thing. It's different. I still don't really understand it that well. But it's so they can do like a thing right before the end of the thing. So they can do some kind of a go no go pull right before the automated sequence. But yeah, so the RS-68, you'll see that this one, you'll be able to see the flame, and that's because these are ablatively cooled nozzles. So the nozzles purposefully ablate away material, and that's what you're actually seeing in the flame, is that ablative coating shooting off of the entire engine. And that's why you can see the flame of the Delta IV and Delta IV Heavy, but you can't see the flame on another hydrogen engine, say Space Shuttle main engine.
T-minus 9 minutes.
All right. Salent, thank you for your great content during Scrubfest. You're welcome. I have a lot more videos coming out. I'm in the middle of editing like 3 right now. So even non-live streams, you'll hopefully be seeing a lot of content come your way before the first of the year. I had a goal of how many videos I wanted to get out by the end of the year.
P&E
So
LC net 1.
hopefully I get that.
P&E's on 1.
At step 980, proceed with final pneumatic preps.
That's
Roger.
a good sign.
201 LC.
Good.
Perform CBC LH2 fill and drain valve cycle test.
Roger.
All right, so I think we're good to go there. Babanu Photography and Visual. Hey, have you ever heard of the Space Launch Complex slated for Nova Scotia, Canada Maritime Launch Systems? I don't think I know about that one. I will have to look that up. That sounds really cool.
T-minus 8 minutes.
Sweet. Again, and that's not T-minus 8 minutes until launch. That's T-minus 8 minutes probably until the planned hold. Yeah. And X9. Thank you. I am aware that for some reason I have 2 streams going, and I have
LOX 1 LC. Go. Perform CBC LOX fill and drain valve cycle test.
Roger.
no idea why. I have no idea why. I thought I had fixed it last time.
GE, verify tisser status ready.
Now I'm just very confused.
Tisser status ready.
Oh yeah, switch screens. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna put myself down here. And I'm gonna do this.
SYS, LC.
Go.
Establish best source selector locked on RF and range sources.
Roger.
Initiate orbital parameter calculations on primary CCLS.
Roger.
I'm still seeing people. If you're watching this and you saw a Blue Origin thumbnail, that's
CME
from,
LC1.
that's like 3
Go.
days ago.
Establish video recording.
I don't know why YouTube still has that. So check, just back out. You can go, you'll find another one that has the correct title and thumbnail. I don't know why this one is. But yeah. Welcome to the world of YouTube, where things change suddenly and then I don't know how to fix them. And Kirisu, Tuesday was great. I woke up to the promise of all the launches, and by
ULA
10...
is using a Delta IV Heavy rocket to launch the NROL-71 mission. This is the 38th Delta IV launch since the inaugural flight in 2002, and the 11th flight of the Heavy configuration. Produced in Decatur, Alabama, the Delta IV Heavy, the nation's proven heavy lift launcher, is comprised of 3 common booster cores, each powered by Aerojet Rocketdyne RS-68A engines, and a Delta Cryogenic second stage powered by an Aerojet Rocketdyne RL-10B2 engine. The NROL-71 payload is protected during ascent by a 5-meter diameter payload fairing. Let's have a look at a few of the events that took place in preparation for launch. On October 26th, the spacecraft, encapsulated inside the payload fairing, was transported to the Mobile Service Tower, or MST, at Space Launch Complex 6 and mated to the Delta IV Heavy rocket. The Mobile Assembly Shelter, or MAS, was moved to its launch position. The MAS protects the Delta IV rocket from the wind and fog so common to its location here on California's Pacific coast.
So pretty.
Final launch preparations at Space Launch Complex 6 begin with rollback of the Mobile Service Tower, or MST. Using 40 hydraulic cylinders at pressures nearing 3,500 psi, the MST was raised 8 inches and rolled back, revealing the Delta IV Heavy. At 100 feet by 100 feet by 300 feet, the MST is as tall as a football field is long, as wide as the length of a basketball court, and weighs in at about 10 million pounds. Using a carriage transporter system traveling at about a quarter mile per hour, it takes about 25 minutes to roll the MST to its launch position 300 feet east of the rocket. The Delta IV Heavy stands 232 feet tall, or about 23 stories, and weighs about 1.6 million pounds fully fueled. The 3 Delta IV RS-68A main engines produce more than 2 million pounds of thrust. Approximately 6 minutes later, at stage separation, it weighs just 7% of what it did at liftoff.
So that's awesome. If you are seeing a video that says SpaceX GPS launch, back out and find the right one. And also,
The
if you're
NRO is a joint organization engaged in the research and development, acquisition, launch, and operation of innovative overhead reconnaissance systems necessary to meet the needs of the intelligence community and the Department of Defense.
The NRO is recognized for its innovative intelligence collection systems that are used to develop highly accurate military targeting data, support international peacekeeping and humanitarian relief operations, and to assess the impact of natural disasters. The art for today's mission depicts an eagle as a symbol of both freedom and the nation, providing a fitting mascot to represent NRO's support to our nation's warfighter. The initials JLC on the foreground dog tag are in honor of Colonel Joshua L. Chamberlain, a Union commander who was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroism at the Battle of Gettysburg on July 2, 1863, when he held the Union Army's southern flank at Little Round Top against a repeated assault from Confederate forces. Colonel Chamberlain's heroism, leadership, and commitment to service before self exemplifies the ethos of the American warfighter who the NRO is committed to serving each and every day. The art also includes the NRO mission number 71, along with the Delta IV Heavy in Vandenberg Air Force Base to indicate both the launch vehicle and location. The motto, "Serving Those Who Serve," rounds out the logo and represents the NRO's commitment to delivering the mission on time to the warfighter and intelligence community.
learning more every day. Every day. Let's see here. Yeah. So first, Kevin, thank you. Have to say, I've been watching content for a few months now, and I love it. Whenever a new video or live stream pops up, keeps me more excited, and every time I watch one of these.
This is AC on Net
Thank
1,
you.
ready to provide an outbrief of the port CBC engine section has gas detection issue.
So I have LD on one?
LD.
MD. MD. Proceed, AC.
Yes, we had a report on the port CBC engine section that we saw a high hydrogen indication on the sample port in that area. The team did considerable amount of troubleshooting to determine if this was a real indication or not, and the conclusion of the team after multiple has-gas scans and dwells on those sample ports that the belief is that we do have a real hydrogen leak in that section. We are currently above the allowable TRD level for hydrogen detection in that for that sample location, and so team concurred that anomaly team concurred that we are in a no-fly condition at this time. Additional troubleshooting was examined for the center body, and team determined that there's no issue in the other either in the center CBC or starboard CBC engine sections. So for that reason, no additional troubleshooting was requested or recommended. So with that, the recommendation remains that we are in a no-fly condition. That concludes my outbreak.
Dang it. So
LC copies and concurs. LD?
LD concurs.
MD?
MD concurs.
Scrub Sember continues, guys. Okay, I'm assuming they're going to start talking again, but just in case they don't, there's sensors around the base of the vehicle that sniff out for fuel leaks, basically. And one of them was sensing a buildup of hydrogen, and they tried a bunch of different things, kind of shifting valves around and troubleshooting the vehicle. But it sounds like one of the boosters, one of the sensors, is picking up an over the limit reading, which is basically indicative of some kind of hydrogen leak, which is not good. So this will be a stand down until they can figure out what exactly is going on. I'm guessing it's a full-blown scrub today again. I don't know what it is about this week. No rocket leaves the ground from the United States this week. Yeah, Soyuz got off the ground the other day. Yeah, this is weird. We went from all of the rocket launches to none of the rocket launches. So I'm going to keep this pulled up here because we might still learn some more information. And meanwhile, you guys are being crazy and very nice.
LCLD Channel 1.
I'm going to listen to this real quick. We'll get back to you guys in a second.
LC, the MD has declared a scrub for today's operations. Please set up the team for a 24-hour recycle.
Roger. All personnel proceeding to Operation 80.
All right, so they're done for the day.
This is Delta Mission Control. It has been confirmed that we will not continue with tonight's NROL 71 launch activities. We have a 24-hour recycle, so our next launch attempt will be tomorrow at 5:31 p.m. Pacific. For the most up-to-date information, please visit ulalaunch.com, follow us at ULA Launch, or call 1-877-ULA-4321. This concludes this evening's broadcast. I'm Tyler Strickland. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Well, again, scrubs are cheaper than booms. Do not forget that. So it's a good, I'd rather them scrub than have a rocket in millions of small pieces in a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. That is perfectly fine by me. It's a little bit frustrating that we've had so many scrubs lately, but it's all right. It's okay. So, yeah, let's move on. We'll answer a few questions for you guys. I'll get through some of these ones here real quick. So, Patricia, the command module on the ISS is undocking in 5 minutes on NASA YouTube channel. Well, why don't I pull that up here? I'll do that while I continue to... yeah, we'll do that just for some background stuff. Let's see. NASA Live. Look at this. Perfect timing. Well, this is good at least. So this was MS-9, I believe, right? So this was the Soyuz that has the small hole in the service module, which is this part. I don't know if you guys can see this, like this small ball part here. That, and you can see they cut a hole into it here. Oh, good. I just realized. So see all that debris? They actually went out on a spacewalk, cut a hole, and took samples why there would be a hole there. So, yeah, so we're seeing that's going to be ditched. That doesn't really matter for reentry, so there's no risk of that posing any risk to humans. So, yeah. There we go. This will be good background. Meanwhile, why don't I answer you guys' questions? Because it just kind of goes away. It'll do a deorbit run way later and splash down on everyone, or not splash down. They do a hard landing in Kazakhstan. So thank you for that tip, Patricia. This makes up for it. So AMG Wagon, what do you think of the Boring Company launch? Do you think Elon plans to use machines on Mars? Love your shirt. Can't wait for your love your show. Can't wait. Channel. Can't wait for your brand shirt. Thank you, AMG Wagon. How you doing, man? First off, your brand shirt. You should have got shipping notifications. They've all finally made it out, I think, this week. If not, again, your patience is greatly appreciated, as we are the store that and the shop that's running these shirts. We literally like more than doubled their capacity, so they're just like going crazy. So some patience with that as they fulfill them. It should be there by the holidays, though. And I honestly was kind of underwhelmed with the Boring Company launch. Just strapping like skate things to a Model X and saying, here's what you're going to do. Seemed really weird to me. We're going to talk about that a ton on tomorrow's, when we record our Ludicrous Future tomorrow. Ben Solons was there at the event. So I'm sure if you want to hear my thoughts on that, tune in tomorrow to our Ludicrous Future. Well, it's not live, but we post it tomorrow or Friday, I think, one of the two. And hopefully you hear all about it. I'm sure we'll rant and rave way too much about that. Rodney Kemp. Hey, Tim, thanks for hosting the launch and all the scrubs. Cheers, Rodney. Well, there's going to be lots more scrubs, unfortunately. But thanks, Rodney. John Rumpf. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Tim. Congratulations on a great 2018. Looking forward to what you have in store for us in 2019. John, thank you. And thank you so much for all your help, guys. John he helps contribute to the website. He helps keep those pre-launch previews up to date. So everyone, give John a quick thank you because he has been a key helper in a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Him and a lot of other members of our Discord community, our patrons, have been a huge support and helped me do so many of these little things in the background that all add up, and I'm forever grateful. So thank you, John, and thanks again to my patrons for helping me do this. I can't believe how far we've come in a year. I cannot wait for you to see what I've got going on in 2019. I think you're gonna have your mind, hopefully. I hope I don't disappoint. Scott McClay, will Chris be back with the $300 donation? Legend. Chris is legend. Yeah, Chris is awesome. Ryan Gordon, you're at LAX. You would have been able to see it, I believe, just barely. You may have even seen a twilight phenomenon had that launch gone off on time. But for sure, you probably would have seen a bright ball in the sky. That's a bit of a shame. So sorry that you missed out. Hopefully you're landing in LAX. No, you're probably taking off, so you're probably not going to see it tomorrow. But thanks for the tip, Ryan. Kurisu, is the problem area possibly the core that was started in the last launch time? That's almost what I'm wondering too, because I think they said there was a port side sensor, and I don't remember if it's the port side or the did they say starboard side? I don't remember which one they lit during the last stream. Yeah. So who knows? It might be the same. That might be coincidental, but hopefully they look into it and we'll have some answers on all that here really soon. So, Sebas, what do I think of flat earthers? Honestly, I just don't even want to even give them attention. There's no reasoning with them. There's no proof that they would ever listen to. So I've found it to be pretty pointless to even engage or talk to anybody, because what's the point if they're asking for proof and you show them pictures, they go, yeah, those are fake pictures. It's like, then you're not even accepting. So yeah, that's what I think. I think it's really dangerous that we can have an era of misinformation like that, spreading a lot of content prolifically with very false claims. It's very dangerous to a society. But hopefully, scientific literacy will win out, and critical thinking, and we'll all become a better community in the near future. That's the optimist in me. Stuart, such a shame, another scrub, even though it's 1:42 a.m. in the morning for you. You wouldn't miss one of my streams. Well, thanks for staying up so late, Stuart. Dang. You're dedicated. That's very dedicated. I saw a really good question go by, which is, why is there so much ULA hate? And this is a sentiment that I want to help drill into at least our community here. I know that we're a small portion of the internet, but let's work on being positive for everyone. Focusing on ULA is one of the most solid rocket companies ever. They have one of the best track records. They are, they're a great company. I would love to see them compete extra heavy as commercial space really picks up. I think they're going to have to. Hey, wait, is that? Oh, never mind. I almost said something really stupid. This is live. I almost go, is that Florida? But it's been nighttime in Florida for like 4 hours. But it kind of looked like it. I don't know where that is. Dang it. I wish I did. But yeah, I'm a big fan of just everyone cheering everyone on, wanting the best for everyone. I mean, we're all in this together in the long run. Companies that do well in space benefit all of us down here, and all ships rise with the tide. So we definitely, SpaceX and all these other companies have especially new companies, have been riding on the shoulders of giants since their existence. Really, they've been, seeing the success of a lot of decades and decades and decades of engineering work from a lot of other companies and institutions. So I'm as big of a fan of SpaceX as anyone. Literally, I mean, I think my 3 SpaceX rockets inside of a glass cage of emotion lets you know what I'm talking about. Clearly exemplifying the fact that I'm obsessed with SpaceX as well. But guys, we don't have to pick teams in this race. This is not a race. That's the beautiful thing. It's all for the greater good, and it's all, everyone learns together in this field, and it is a little bit of a competition as far as a few things, but you don't have to pick a winner. You don't have to pick a favorite. Of course you're going to have one, but it doesn't mean you have to poo-poo on everyone else. So yeah, let's just keep that in mind. That's my thought. Odani, any news on SpaceX GPS launch? So no, they don't have a new net yet, a new date. Net, by the way, means no earlier than date. So you'll see that oftentimes NET, and it might say TBD, to be determined. So no earlier than, and we don't have a new date on the table. Hopefully there's nothing seriously wrong with the vehicle. Hopefully it's just fine. So I'll let you know. Again, stay tuned to everydayastronaut.com/pre-launch previews. And hopefully we figure out when it's going to be back on the calendar very soon. Casey Pasucci. Heyo, Tim. Merry Christmas. Wondering if the extra SoundCloud music will make its way to Spotify. And do you think we'll see Super Heavy in 2019? Thank you, Casey. Yeah, I'm slowly going to be releasing music that's kind of similar to each other in different albums. So this one was Maximum Aerodynamic Pressure because it's kind of the loudest music, the most energetic music. But the next one's definitely going to be all the chill music, and that's going to be called Coast Phase. So that one will have all like the super relaxy, steady, very in the background music. And do I think we'll see Super Heavy fly in 2019? No, we won't see Super Heavy fly anywhere near 2019. Super Heavy is considered the booster part, and we're hearing that they might be doing hop tests of kind of like the Grasshopper version for the Starship, which is previously known as the BFS, the spaceship portion. We might see that start to hop around in 2019, just little boops with a test article, which will basically be some legs, a Raptor engine, some small tanks, and some avionics. It won't be anything spectacular looking. That is probably, we might and should see that hopping around in 2019. Hopping around 2019. Aaron, agreed about the positivity. Space is big, and space is a big effort and needs all comers. You're exactly right. Thank you, Aaron, and thanks for the tip. Cheers. Patricia, look, Flat Earthers, the Earth is round. Yes, that was a live feed from the International Space Station. Yeah. Oh, weird. Look at that. What is the shape of that thing in down there? Timpa Buckel, hello from Finland. Love your show. Would you go to Mars if you're offered a free ticket? You would. Well, Timpa, guess what? No, not as it is. Not like as an explorer, no, not in the early round. Earth is great. I mean, honestly, I would go out. I would go to the moon for like a week and come back. But the idea of spending 2, 3, 4, I would never go to Mars on a one-way trip. At least that I knew it was a one-way trip. And I can't even imagine going there for like 2 years or a year. I would like to have it where have some super advanced propulsion. You get on this like cruise ship, you sail over there for a week, you hang out, you climb up, Mount Olympus, and you look around, you bounce around for fun. You look at some really cool canyons, then you get back on that giant thing and you're back, and it's a 3-week trip. And it's like, it happens all the time. So it's not a big, scary endeavor. I'll do that, but I don't want to be on like the first tin can that's like, oh, we've never tried landing people. Good luck. Yeah, but that's just me. I'm glad there are people out there that'd be willing to do that. But right now, Earth is pretty great. Michael P. Tim, read your shirt sizes on your site. Is a large, or the medium to small side? In general, so the shirts on the website fit a lot like an American Apparel. They're a fitted shirt, so they are going to run a little bit smaller and tighter than a standard like Hanes shirt. So if you are wanting to err on the side of a little bit baggy, I would say go up a size. So any fitted tee like that, like an American Apparel or a Gilded Fitted or the Canvas and Bella definitely maybe consider sizing up if you're nervous about it. And thanks, Michael. Robin, as you said, hopefully you hear all about it. Something flew off Soyuz towards the camera, perhaps insulation debris blown off by thruster. That's probably exactly right. Stuff falls off all the time, like ice chunks and things. Oh, so hang on. West Magyar has what looks like the ISS was just flying over what looks to be Korea. Is that what that is? That's crazy. Just over the tip of South Korea. That's awesome. But yeah, so stuff, especially on live streams, you oftentimes see chunks of ice, solid oxygen falling off of cryogenic stages and everything. Pretty cool to see. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna just tune out here because I'm gonna try to finish. I'm working on a video that I want to have out by tomorrow for you guys. It's a surprise video, even to my patrons. I ended up just shooting it like yesterday night and editing it real quick most of today. I think it's a really fun topic. I'm just gonna surprise you with you guys. It's a little bit shorter. I'm still working on canceled part 2. I can't find videos of. I'm trying to find video of Titan 3. Or not Titan 3, Delta 3. So we were just looking at a Delta 4. There's obviously the teal Delta 2, but did you know there was a Delta 3 and all of the footage is either like 360p or like just there's not footage of Delta 3 at all. I can't find anything. If you can find something that's not like in the first page of YouTube, like if you found something on some weird obscure archive or something, please send it to me or hit me up on Twitter and be like, hey, Tim, check this out. I am looking for footage and pictures and stuff of Delta 3. I found pictures, but footage is very hard to find. It flew 3 times. I can't find hardly anything of it. So let me know. Alex Tutt says, a corn rocket would never scrub. Falcorn Heavy would never scrub. You're exactly right. Yes, a corn rocket won't scrub. It'll just fill you with delicious corn. Yeah, so that's so Delta 3, yeah, that's been holding me up in the canceled video. I still hope to have that out here before the holidays. What do I got, like a week? Yeah, we'll see. I'm trying my best, but it's going to be a great video. So, oh, Peter Fatamore, Super Chat won't let me send picture links. Put a link to your brand shirt in standard chat. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you for getting a Buran shirt. I'm glad that they came in and that you're getting it there. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, so that's great. I'll look for it, Peter. I'll try to keep my eyes open. But meanwhile, I am going to start heading out here. Like I said, I'm going to just keep working tonight. So remember, if you do want your last chance, or not last chance, but this is only going to run until December 31st. These the 50th anniversary of Apollo 8 shirts. They're really cool. Yeah, head on over to shop.everydayastronaut.com. These are only available through the 31st. And then, of course, remember, if you work for an aerospace company, you can take 25% off anything in the apparel section, including like these new Falcon family tees. If you work in the aerospace industry, click on this link down here, and you'll be able to get 25% off. You'll have to submit a work email that's an approved aerospace email. It'll send you a link right back. It won't stay on any lists or anything, but that's just a way for me to thank you guys for all your hard work and for inspiring me to do what I do. If there weren't people out there working their butts off to put awesome stuff into space, I would have nothing to talk about and be inspired by. So that's just a thank you from me. Is you can take 25% off anything in the apparel section. So thank you guys for that. Again, remember, if you want more of stuff that I like to talk about, remember to check out Our Ludicrous Future. You can type it in. It's spelled, I have the worst time. Also, it's not just on YouTube, it's also on podcasts. So if you are a fan of, like, I don't know, Apple Podcasts or whatever you use, search Our Ludicrous Future. And that, I can't ever know how to spell it, is Ludicrous, Ludicrous. Yes. So check that out. And then again, remember to check out and find my album too. You can just go to everydayastronaut.com/music and you'll end up here. And this will open up in any of your favorite players. Or if you just want to watch it here on YouTube, here is the playlist. You can run the playlist all you want for free. So with pretty videos, you guys have seen them. They're the start and the end of all of this stuff. Yeah, so there we go. I'm going to take off. I'm going to keep working here through the night. Not through the night, but until night, until bedtime. And hopefully you'll have a video up tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully you guys can check that out. So, all right, guys, let me know. Hold on, this is the, oh, here we go. Oh, hang on. Oh, nice. Whoa, John Eric, you got, holy cow, you found some Delta 3 things? I don't even care if they're terrible. Just the fact that you have some Delta 3 footage. Wow. John, thank you. Good work. Good work. Dang, that's impressive. I tried really hard to get that stuff to work, and I couldn't get anything. So, all right. That's going to do it for me, guys. Yeah, hopefully we get a launch here before the end of the year. I really want one more. If not, I will be doing a live stream between the 25th and the 1st. For everybody, it will be a Kerbal live stream. It'll be a really fun, funny thing. So just get ready for that. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. I'm Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, bringing space down to Earth for everyday people. Bye, everybody. Thanks for saying hi. Hopefully we get a launch in here soon.